So may I come in?
Yeah, please come.
Good evening.
Please sit.
Thank you, sir.
You're from Sitamarhi.
Yes, sir.
I remember there was a lot of talk going on. जैसे the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, there should be a similar Sita Mandir in Sitamarhi.
Sir,
What do you think about that?
Sir, Sitamarhi is considered as birthplace of Mata Sita. So having a temple would definitely help Sitamarhi, sir.
It will help what? Help
So
whom?
it will help first. It would create a employment generation while construction, sir. We are an aspirational district, Sitamarhi. So that could be there, sir. The second would be the tourism in Sitamarhi might increase. So there is that. And third, the cultural significance that the place holds. So
In Ayodhya, the tourism thing doesn't seem to have worked.
Sir.
Ayodhya was expecting lakhs of tourists.
Sir.
Now many airlines have shut down their flights. In fact, I was told that no flight operates now.
Sir.
Hotels are going empty.
Sir.
Why do you think that happened?
Maybe, sir, there was overcapacity creation, sir. But I believe, sir, there are the tourism potential of India is huge, sir. And with the Ayodhya being set up, sir, in the long term, it will definitely favor us, benefit us, sir.
All right, you work for HPCL.
Sir.
HPCL, Indian Oil, etc. are some kind of Maharatna, Navratna, something like that.
Sir, they are Maharatnas, sir.
Why is HPCL a Maharatna?
Sir, three main reasons, sir. First, its annual turnover has been greater than 25,000 crores. The net worth is greater than 15,000 crores, sir. And the profit has been greater than 5,000 crores, sir, which is why.
Now, obviously, because petroleum was a near monopoly of the government,
Sir.
till recently.
Sir.
So, in a monopolistic kind of thing, it's hardly worth being called Maharatna. Had it been an open market, do you think HPCL would have been a Maharatna?
Sir, I would argue that yes, HPCL would have been a Maharatna, sir. It's an open market, sir. Shell, Naira Energy are some of the and Reliance, GeoBP are some of the private
They have
players.
come recently.
Sir.
But till they came along, it was a monopoly.
Yes, sir. But there has been intense competition between the three PSUs as well, sir. There is no as such camaraderie between them, sir. And we fight for market share like anything, sir. So there is competition among the PSUs, sir. And that is why I believe, sir, HPCL would have been a Maharatna, in fact, a Fortune 500 company as well, sir.
Is there any company in Fortune 500, any Indian company?
Sir, Reliance is in Fortune 500, sir. Indian Oil is a Fortune 500 company, sir. ONGC is also a Fortune 500 company.
Not like the government has been merging banks.
Sir.
Should it also merge some of these petroleum marketing companies?
Sir, there is argument that merging them will help synchronization of this oil marketing company, but I believe a detailed study is required because having different oil companies will help create competition among them, sir.
You have geography optional.
Sir.
Tell me some peculiar features of Indian geography which are not there anywhere else in the world.
So first would be diversity, sir. Second would be Himalaya itself is a peculiar feature, sir, which is considered as third pole, sir, which is not there in others, sir. Third would be, sir, in terms of human geography, I'll count, sir, the history that we've had of civilizations living in Indian subcontinent, sir. These three I can think of right now, sir.
Are there any human geographical reasons for India's overpopulation?
There are reasons, sir. First would be the education levels that we've had, sir. The literacy levels are relatively lower. The per capita income, it is usually seen, sir, the lower the per capita income, the populations tend to get population density.
Why does that happen?
Sir, the lack of access to healthcare facilities. The second would be the innate need to have labor, sir, because the lower per capita income, the focus is more on labor productivity and labor. So that could be the second. Third would be the lack of access of contraceptives, sir, and family planning.
How far do you think this sun preference and meta sun preference is responsible for India's overpopulation?
Definitely, sir. Meta-sun preference has been called out by several government reports. We've seen incidences where people have given birth to multiple daughters in order to get a son, and that is prevalent in my home state also, sir. So yes, that is there, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mr. Raj Krishna.
Sir.
So, Raj Krishna will tell me that is Sitamarhi the place, or Janakpur or Janakpuri something in Bihar, Nepal? That's the place for Sita.
Sir, there is contention between both, sir, between Janakpur and Sitamarhi, sir, where Sita Mata was born.
Do they have a temple there in Nepal for this?
Yes, sir, it's called Janakpur. It's in Janakpur, sir, and Janki Mata Mandir, sir. It's Naulakha Mandir, it's called, sir.
So, if you put a mandir here, it will be in competition to that mandir.
Yes, sir.
So, suppose we want to say that this is the genuine mandir, then what are the things you should bring out?
I would argue that Sita Mata was born here and her marriage took place in Janakpur, sir. So one could say.
Is it so?
No, because one has to convey a narrative, sir. I believe that could be one of the ways where we could have. We
You
could
can
have
say that
differences.
kingdom of Janakpur extended up to Sitamarhi.
One could. There is no demarcation as such in our literature which denies that Sitamarhi was not there. So one could say that, sir.
Because the mythology says that she was born when Raja Janak was plowing the field.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, if he is plowing the field in Sitamarhi, then that Sitamarhi belongs to Nepal. If we go by that logic.
Sir, historically, Nepal-India borders, it came about in 1814, sir, after the Sugauli Treaty. So historically, we've had a deeper connect, sir. So one could say that Nepal, as such, the kingdom did not exist.
Okay. Do you think the company HPCL should be sold out?
Sir, there are reasons where selling HPCL can be considered. One, it would create value for the taxpayers and government could invest that in health infrastructure. However, I believe that HPCL should not be sold considering the current situation, sir, based on its performance. Number one, sir, keeping the petrol diesel prices constant, sir. That has really helped in inflation. The second would be, sir, the immense value it brings in terms of dividends it gives to the government, sir. So those two, and also the public service and safety involved in oil marketing companies, sir.
Do you think selling it out is the correct word or the disinvestment is the correct word?
Sir, disinvestment is the correct word if one is selling the 100% of shares is being sold to the public, sir. So disinvestment is the right word, sir.
Correct. But suppose there is a company which is going for loss,
Sir?
Regular loss making company. Do you think selling will be easier?
No, selling would be difficult, sir, because there will be no.
But HPCL is making huge profits.
Sir, I'll point out the year 2022 when we made a loss of minus 13,000 crores, sir. So it's not that it's making huge profits, sir. The government plays a role in it. We have LPG, we have petrol, diesel, which are provided as essential services, sir.
Okay. Why Bihar doesn't have good industrial development?
Sir, first would be the lack of access to ports. It's a landlocked state.
So are the other states also.
Sir, the most industrial. I live in Maharashtra, sir.
Uttar Pradesh also is landlocked that way.
Sir, I would argue it is developing now, sir, but it didn't have the initial first mover advantage like Maharashtra and Gujarat or even West Bengal had, sir.
Okay.
So first would be that, sir. Second would be the conducive manufacturing policy that states like Maharashtra and Gujarat provide, sir. That was somewhat lacking in Bihar, sir. So those two and also skilled manpower that is required, enough ITI institutes and all, that is lagging in Bihar, sir, which is contributing.
Environment?
Law and order, sir, yes.
Maybe industrialists are afraid of that.
One could argue, sir, but I'll point to the recent Bihar Business Connect 2024, where around more than 80,000 crores were placed by the industrialists in Bihar, sir. So things are improving, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Raj Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
Raj Krishna, you are interested in science fiction.
Yes, sir.
Right. What kind of movies you watch?
Sir, I watch those movies which talk about artificial intelligence, space explorations, and that talk about the future of humanity, sir, where we ought to be. So that really fascinates me, sir.
Some of the ideas from science fiction, they're far ahead and they can become a reality at some point of time, right? Can you think of one such instance where a very, very kind of important achievement was possible on the basis of science fiction?
Sir, I had watched 2001 A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. Sir, it was filmed in the year 1968. It talked about artificial intelligence, sir.
Right.
And today it has been an inspiration for many to create artificial intelligence, sir. So one, that would be, sir. And second, sir, Interstellar, the movie, there was black hole creation, how the physics of black hole that was created was used in real world to understand black hole further, sir. So those two I can think of right now, sir.
Have you heard of Arthur C. Clarke?
Yes, sir, I have heard of him, but sir, I do not recall his contribution, sir.
Yes, his idea of geostationary satellites.
Sir, yes.
His idea became a reality. Right? Read about that. You are interested in joining IFS also. I think it's a second preference, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me that Ukraine war was a avoidable war, right? Yes. Totally avoidable war. Why would anybody say that?
So, Ukraine war, the boundaries were settled in 1990 post-Soviet Union. It was based on fear perceptions from the Russian side and maybe lack of exchanges and communications between the West and the Russia, which has caused the war, sir. It was avoidable basis that people had to come together. The UN should have functioned properly, which it didn't do. So that is why it is considered as an avoidable war, sir.
Russia, was it only perception, fear perception, or reality actually?
Sir, considering the expansion of NATO that has happened, sir, it is a reality. But Ukraine did not join NATO as such, and it didn't have any right to infringe upon the boundary of a sovereign nation, sir. It could have, there could have been discussions and exchanges between the countries to not avoid this war, sir, rather than prolonging it.
Right. Popular question is UNSC, right?
Sir.
We keep saying that India should be a permanent member of UNSC.
Sir.
But if it takes a long time, so what? It's a paralyzed body. It doesn't work. UN is in peace settlement, wars are taking place, and totally paralyzed. So why make extra effort or waste energy in trying to join something which is not functioning?
Sir, I believe India could be the pole star that UNSC is looking after. We have the 17% of the world's population, and not being in the UNSC is unexpected, sir. It shouldn't have happened. So reforming UNSC, bringing the voice of the global south is something India can do, and reform this global organization, sir. That should be the goal, and where humanity should move ahead. So that is why I believe India is putting efforts, sir.
Now, if 5 countries can't agree, 6th country joining, will it make it more easy to agree?
Sir, it will bring diverse perspectives, sir. It will bring or check on the powers of the P5, sir. That is lacking since last 60-70 years, sir.
Right. And G4 group, are you familiar with G4? Group 4?
Sir, I have heard of it, but sir, I cannot recall the names of the countries which are there.
Okay. Last question on Pakistan. Should we initiate a dialogue with Pakistan? Enough is enough. We've had different kinds of phases, and the last phase was ignoring them perhaps.
Sir.
So now is it a time to make a move to Pakistan, towards Pakistan?
Sir, yes, in one sense yes, because we are the least connected in terms of trade. South Asia, sir, it is considered as.
Not South Asia, talk about India, Pakistan, I mean why South Asia?
We could have deliberations, discussions with Pakistan. However, sir, there should be clear demarcation that any terrorism that Pakistan is promoting will not be let go by India, sir, and we'll answer them.
Have you seen some recent statements from Pakistan on their relations with India at very high levels the last 3 days, I think, 3 to 4 days?
Sir, I didn't watch the news regarding that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
You are a student of geography, right?
Yes, sir.
We have normally they say the whole world is divided into global south and global north.
Sir.
This is a geographical demarcation?
So, there is a Brandt line which determines the global north and global south, sir, based on the income that was perceived in the 20th century, sir. So, it is more based on income, but geography does play a role.
It's a real line or an imaginary line?
So, it's an imaginary line, sir.
And why Brandt?
Sorry, sir. I'll have to.
BRAND brand.
I'll have to read up on it, sir. I don't.
This is a former German Chancellor, Willy Brandt,
Sir.
who was the pioneer for this, proposed this line. Fine, you mentioned tourism has great potential in India.
Yes, sir.
What is the current direct GDP contribution of tourism to GDP?
Sir, I can't remember. I remember it is 13 million tourists we are getting from foreign, but I don't remember the number of GDP they are contributing, sir.
Okay, and in terms of health tourism, where do we stand vis-a-vis our competitors? Now, who are the competitors in the close vicinity?
Sir, in close vicinity, I believe, sir, we are not a major competitor because we have seen people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, even Nepal, Bangladesh coming to Delhi or Calcutta, sir, even African nations. So we don't have as such a big competition in medical tourism, sir.
Thailand, don't you think Thailand is far ahead of us in medical tourism?
I'll have to read up on it, sir.
Okay, and coming to your foreign service preference, what is your candid assessment of India's neighborhood policy?
So I'll start with the recent budget, sir, where we have allocated around 20,000 crores in foreign assistance and 5,000 crores in foreign aid, where majority of that goes to our neighbors. So that is one, sir. The second would be our open dialogue mechanism that we've had with even Nepal, with Bhutan, with Bangladesh, which has gone down recently. So we've had dialogues, we've had assistance, aid provided to them. We are investing in their infrastructure, sir. So our investment is used. However, there are some setbacks which are there with our neighbors. But in overall, sir, I'll consider it as a success, the neighborhood first policy that we've had.
What is one quality difference between the aid and assistance or development cooperation that we undertake and the one taken by China, because China is spending a hell of a lot of money?
So based on my assessment of news reports, sir, the interest rates that China demands or the callbacks that China asks, say for example the Hambantota port that Chinese took over, sir, we do not do so, sir.
What is a popular term described to criticize China's assistance?
Sorry, sir, I do not recall it.
Debt trap, you haven't heard about?
Yes, sir, debt trap diplomacy.
Okay. You say you play cricket.
Sir.
Where do you play? I mean, you enjoy cricket or you actually play cricket?
So basically I'm employed at HPCL, sir. So I do not get time much, but we have small turfs, small grounds adjacent to my working place in Kolhapur, wherever I get time.
Do you think, would you agree that the cricket is growing and becoming a religion in India and at the cost of other sports in India?
To an extent, yes, because we've had, being a population of so big, the performances in global sports other than cricket has not been to the standards that we would like to, sir. However, I point out that through cricket, BCCI is making an effort in order to give funds to other players like even ISL, the Indian Super League, and also in terms of getting funds in the sports has helped redistribute it to the other games, sir.
In IPL, so much of money.
Sir.
Each player is being bought, quote unquote, auctioned for 10 crores, 15 crores. Where is all this money coming from? What are the economics of IPL?
So broadcasters are the major contributors, sir. Broadcasting rights from Disney Plus, Hotstar or Geo, they pay a huge sum of money. Then the second would be the jerseys the players wear, where they have sponsors, sir. And third would be the crowd that we've had.
Gate money.
Sir.
Gate money.
Yes.
That must be insignificant. Anyway, yes. Thank you very much.
I think you're very good. You have both the facts and the analytical capability.
Thank you.
You're able to weave them together and you're unruffled too. So I think these are the positive, yeah. In terms of suggestions, little more like I said, Arthur C. Clarke.
Yes.
First geosynchronous satellite, that is a very clear thing. So you can, most people say science fiction, they begin with Arthur C. Clarke.
Sir.
Right? So just read about that.
Broadly okay. you come across as a well-informed and matured, perhaps because of you have already worked
Sir.
in a responsible organization.
Sir.
And my advice to all candidates is whenever you use a word, be prepared for follow-up. Otherwise, avoid it. Global North South, there was no need to say brand line.
Sir, yes.
Because you didn't know what is brand.
Yes.
Bookmark to any brand. So either you should know or just avoid it. It wouldn't have mattered if you had not said brand line.
Sir.
Otherwise, very fine.